won't learn! You won't learn!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Ross the Tar Heel, and welcome to the Wake Forest Carolina recap, man. And goodness gracious, Carolina escaped by the hair from their chinny chin, bro. That was ugly. Should have never been that daggum close. And Carolina gets away with a 3-point stinking dub in Chapel Hill. The 500th win at the Dean E. Smith Center. And whereas that should be something that we are all just absolutely exhilarated about, for some reason, dude, I'm finding it very difficult to be in a celebrating mood. There are tons of red flags all of a sudden with this daggum team. And we're going to have to stick and hash some of them out. Like I've told you guys before, you guys know how I feel about the 4 and 5. Caleb Wilson and Henry Vasar might be the best 4 and 5 in the country, especially on the offensive side of the stinking floor, if you will. But the defense has been atrocious. I know SMU is number 24 in the country right now. They just lost to Duke. They'll probably drop out. Who knows? They didn't have Boopy with them. But when they did, they scored 97 against Carolina. Wake Forest, unranked, 10 and 6 coming in, bro. 1 and 2 in the conference. They just scored 84. So Carolina's last 2 opponents are averaging 91 points a game against them. That is unacceptable. It needs to be fixed. I don't know how in the world we went from a good defensive team to all of a sudden a very bad defensive team. Once again, not covering the 3. And it all starts with this. I don't know why Coach Hubert Davis continues to switch, especially on the perimeter. I can't stand it. I really can't stand it. You guys know how I feel about it. I think I've been talking about this for 3 years. I've kind of let it slide because I hate just like beating the same drum. But it's just not an effective defense, man, when you're getting guards matched up on centers and centers, matched up on guards. I know it's the same damn thing, but, I'm just at a loss of words of why we continue to allow this to happen. Guys are utilizing high ball screens, because they know that we're going to switch to the top. And we keep getting bad mismatches, out there. And I can't stand it. I think that that's something that needs to be fixed. I know it's not going to be fixed. But, as long as it presents itself as a problem, I need to probably be a little bit more, vocal about it. Because it really is. It's frustrating me. It seems like it's an easy... Where are the days where you just fought through the screen, bro? I mean, why would we not want Seth Trimble on the hottest shooter at any given point of the game? Hey, man, go shut him down. Fight through the screen. We're not switching out up top. I mean, am I the only one that thinks that? For real. I'm just asking. I'm a little bothered. The 3-point win against the 10 and 6 coming in 10 and 7 now, 1 and 3 in the conference, Wake Forest Demon Deacons. A 3-point win, and they had a chance at the end to stink and tie it. I'm perturbed. Thinking perturbed. Let's go over here to the other monitor real quick, man. Juke Harris, Nate Calmes, hey, listen. Dude's hooped. 28 points apiece, 10 of 18 from the field, 10 of 16 from the field. They were 12 of 19. Excuse me, 12 of 23, plus 50%. Over 50% from beyond the arc. And they absolutely shot their way into this game. Carolina had a double-digit lead for about 30 minutes of this basketball game, it seemed like, from almost the jump. So the fact that it even turned into a 1-possession game at the house is just, it's inexcusable. It's inexcusable. I mean, Carolina dropped 5 spots to 17th after losing to SMU. They did not look like the 17th best team in the country tonight, man. Just poor defense. Poor defense. Absolutely piss poor defense. And like I said, man, it starts with just not being able to defend the perimeter. If you fight over the screen, at least you're making guys drive to the bucket. And guess what? You got Henry Vasar, a 7-footer, and Caleb Wilson down there that can start contesting some of these bunnies that, I guess we're worried about getting. But I'm tired of letting guys get free reign over the top keep themselves in the stinking ball game, or like SMU did, kind of take off because they're knocking down threes. When are we going to change that up? When are we going to change that up? Seems like, an easier fix to me. It just seems like an easy fix to me. At least switch it up so that they don't know. So they don't sneak it know. So that every guard, we already know that the weakest part of our team right now is the guards. It's the guards. And the teams that have given us the most trouble, Michigan State, fears, dominated us. Wake Forest, almost thinking shot themselves into a victory. Guards. And guess what? Booby Miller. Guards. We got to stinking defend better on the perimeter. It's frustrating. It's absolutely frustrating, especially when you got guys like Caleb Wilson and Henry Vasar that are, look, they're playing well, man. They're playing this. It doesn't get more efficient than this from your 4 and 5. 8 of 9, 9 of 10, 17 of 19 as a tandem down there on the stinking low blocks, bro. And they finished with 47 points total themselves. Best 4 and 5 in the country. I don't care what anybody says. They just need help from the perimeter. Now, a couple of things. Teams are really beginning to understand that, I think, and you're seeing a lot more double teams, with Caleb Wilson especially, and even Henry Vasar. They're not going to let them, beat us in that little two-man game. They're trying not to, so we're seeing a lot more double teams. Look, got to get these guys practicing, man, passing out of double teams. And the guard's got to do a better job of relocating where the defender's not, so that he can actually get some open, uncontested looks from beyond the arc. It's not as good of a shooting team as I thought that it was going to be. So guess what? You need to do exactly what Wake Forest was doing. You need to be getting open looks. How do you do that? Post-entry pass, relocate, find some space, bro. Offensive types in football, what do they say? Find grass. Find grass. See a zone, sit down in the grass, bro. Listen, you got to find some stinking hardwood, bro, where there's nobody at. Relocate. And the bigs got to do a better job of passing out of that if they're not going to be able to get through the double team. I mean, it's things that we can work on in practice. It's things that probably we should already be, overcoming. Should probably be better than we are right now, especially knowing what teams are trying to do to us. But, those are just some things that I am personally seeing. Shout out to Jaron Stevenson, man, for the big 2 free throws. I know he did. He only scored 4 points, 1 of 6 from the field, but those 2 free throws to make it a 3-point game and make Wake Forest have to hoist one up were huge. As Seth went 4-6 and just never really could put it away. We got to have somebody put it away, and Jaron knocked down 2 big free throws. And then my guy, Luka, bro, I really don't know what to say, man. I think the young man is struggling with confidence. I think ever since Seth came back, he's gotten a lot of his minutes. And he just looks shaky out there, and this one's not going to help him at all. Because I think the last 6 games, man, he's probably averaging maybe 4 points a game. And he only played 9 minutes tonight. Only played stinking 9 minutes. Shout out to Jaden Young. 12 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Had a really good game from him, man. 19 strong minutes. And then Jonathan Powell was efficient as hell. 2 of 2 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, and 12 minutes of play with 6 points himself. Carolina shot 53% from the field. 35% from 3. Wake Forest 48 and 40. They shot a little bit better from the free throw line. Look at this free throw disparity. This was the difference. Carolina shot 30 free throws to Wake Forest 11. And the Deacs had 3 players foul out. Carolina was +8 on the glass. And Wake Forest at no point in this game led. Carolina had a 40 to 30 points in the paint advantage. Fast break points were knotted up at 13 apiece. Points off turnovers were basically the same. Turnovers were basically the same. Really what it boils down to, guys, is just, Carolina being better defensively, especially on the perimeter, man. Frustrating game because the SMU game was frustrating. It was like, well, maybe some of the guys were sick. Maybe they weren't feeling well. Maybe that was the case. But we had 7 days to work on it, and it looked like it was okay, kind of status quo. And then we really let Wake Forest get back into this one, and we almost took a stinking L, bro. That's not a pretty win. It's not going to help the net. It's not going to help anything. Only thing that it looks better in is the stinking standings. 14-2, 2-1 in the AC. Listen, a loss would have been devastating. Loss would have been absolutely devastating. At least we stinking won. Like I said, I think there's going to be a lot more of these games ahead, unfortunately. But at least we stinking won. I don't know, man. You guys think and let me know what you think about this game down in the comment section. You know, is your boy onto something? Or am I just got my head up my, you know what, dude? Am I on something? I don't know, man. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe to the Daggum channel. Hey, win, lose, or draw, especially during a win, it's always a great day to be a stinking Tar Heel. Go to hell, Duke. Go to hell, stinking State. And we'll catch you on the next one, baby. Go Heels.